The Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) fined MTN Nigeria for failing to disconnect 5.1 million of its unregistered cell phone subscribers. The 5.2 billion fine is equivalent to at least 2 average years' profits for MTN Nigeria and nearly 3 times the $1.8 billion that it has invested in Nigeria. But to some Nigerians, it will serve as good caution to others who, according to them, have formed the habit of ripping off Nigerian subscribers through bad services.
My view, based on the fine NCC gave MTN to pay, is like a payback for MTN to pay back to Nigerians what they have taken away from Nigerian power plants.
I feel with such a fine, we are not encouraging foreign investors to come into this country. Irrespective of the offense, from what I read in the papers, I think the offense was about them having unregistered SIMs still operating. Such amount of money, to me, is a lot of money. It's too much.
For some, the Nigerian government should tread with caution, and to others, the effects may be more than the benefits.
If they are going to pay such fine, it's going to affect us with the MTN subscriber, because the issue is by the time you load credit, you don't know the amount of money you are using. Like somebody like me now, I decide to load, even though I don't load much, but I might decide to load just 200 naira to call my friends, and before I know what's happening, 200 will be like, before you know what's happening, it's finished.
To foot such a fine, a lot of measures will be taken internally in the company, which might also include an increase in their tariffs. And when they do that, definitely it affects every common man.
According to economic experts, Nigerian government has risk of scaring off investors it can afford to lose after imposing a 5.2 billion fine on MTN Group, the nation's biggest mobile phone company, because to them it's excessive. Analysts urge further with an economy struggling to cope with sliding oil prices, currency restrictions and insecurity. Authorities are doing themselves no favor by penalizing one of their biggest foreign investors for the operator.
I have always advocated that when it comes to regulating companies or institutions that I would describe them as public institutions. They deal with the public, like banks. The cellular companies now fall into that category, where the welfare and the lives of people are becoming dependent on these institutions. Things like waterworks or like power companies. That they should find a way to implement what central bank has, in the sense that if you have an erring COE of a bank, the central bank has the power to remove him. The central bank even seems to have the power to ban him from the industry. That is the only way you can effect regulation in our environment. Fines, as far as I'm concerned, they just damage the institution itself.
In others who pay, MTN may resort to increased services. In addition, most communication networks deal mainly with the provision of internet services, especially 4G network, using mass of already established networks like MTN to mount your base transmission for effective delivery of service.